All right, here we go, guys. Sunday, August 28th, a blustery day. I'm not sure how it's gonna come out on the video, but it's honking. Charter today was from Delaware, got canceled. I have another group from Delaware tomorrow. It's supposed to be nicer weather. Coincidentally, my sister chose today to be a yard sale. That's actually not for sale, the basketball court. That's a birthday gift for my brother-in-law, and we're putting it together. But I figured I got a garage filled with rods that I'm gonna call junk. They're not really junk, not all of them at least. And I told my sister, okay, we'll sell the rods too. My old rods that I never use, haven't been used in years. With the exception of one rod, none of these have been used in years. So yeah, we're way to fill some content here. You know, selling my old fishing junk at a yard sale. What can I get for it? So want to quickly go through everything and let you guys know when I'm listing it all. This one rod, this first one, is the Wakeman. This is a $25 Amazon rod that I you know, used a few times this year. I've marked it down considerably, over 90%. It's being sold for $2. We'll see if there's any takers here. This is I believe a Tsunami. Of course, I have them in this rod holder. Let's try to come around. Yeah, it's a Tsunami 5-star spinning rod, 7 feet, medium heavy. It's got an Okumis reel on it, 20 bucks for that. And let me know what you guys think about this pricing. Maybe, I don't know if I'm too aggressive. Here's a Shimano rod reel setup. Again, haven't been used in years. I used to use this for fluke. It's in good condition. I had the reel service before I put it away. 20 bucks. This is, I believe, the Bermuda rod, a rod I never heard of. Is this the Bermuda? No, this is something called a Daiwa Shock. It's got a little Daiwa reel on it. Not sure about this reel. I mean, I had it loosened when I put it away. It looks like the drag still works. 10 bucks. This is a decent setup. This is a Penn International 965 bait caster with, again, this is actually, you're going to see a lot of these, a Connolly fishing rod, 7 foot. This was a fluke setup I'd use in Montauk, you know, 10, 15 years ago. I love this setup. I caught a lot of big fluke on it. 30 bucks. I'm sure I could sell that reel for a lot more, but that's not the point of this. Then I got another Tsunami 5-star here with I'm not sure about an Okumis reel. This was an old Porgy setup of mine. 10 bucks for that. This is the Concord, a South Bend Concord with a South Bend Concord reel. It's got mono on it. That should tell you how old it is. 5 bucks for that. We also have a Tsunami Classic casting rod. You put a conventional or a bait caster on it. It's not a spinning reel. I believe 5 bucks for 15 bucks for that. Oops, I spoke too fast. 15 bucks for that. I don't even know if I've ever used that. So, yeah, I think they go for about 70, 75 bucks new. Another Tsunami here. This one is 10 bucks. This is a spinning version of that rod. And here's the Bermuda. I think I have it for 5. Yeah, 5 bucks for this. It's a Bermuda Hurricane. I have no idea what I ever used this for. It has a Captiva reel on it. Is that a Shimano or a Penn? I think it's a Penn. It's a Penn Captiva reel. It has some braid on it. And then 15 bucks here for another Connolly with a little Penn Battle 2000, and it was serviced. I've never used it since it got serviced. I shipped my reels to a gentleman in Florida who services them, so this is a pretty good deal too. And then we have a few rods that don't fit in the rod holders. This, for 5 bucks, is an ancient fiberglass casting rod. I'm guessing this is 35 to 40 years old. There's no brand on it. I'm sure it's something I used to use off the beach when I was a kid. I have no idea about this reel. It appeers to be locked. It's a Daiwa. It's a Daiwa, what does that say? J1650L. But I think the reel is worthless. This is a Penn, a Penn special boat rod. And I gotta tell you, this thing is beefy. What I got it for? 10 bucks for this. There's any old Greek guys who like to porgy fish with oversized tackle. This is the rod for them. This is an interesting rod. This is a company called Oceanus. It's a jigging rod. It's acid wrapped. It's new. Tags are still on. Never used. They sent it to me. A customer on Andy Choi reached out to them to see if they were interested in sponsoring me. It was really nice of Andy. Long story short, these reels did not work, or these rods did not work for what I wanted to do. It came with Fuji K guides. It's a really nice setup. I looked it up, and you know, it's $170 new, and I'm asking 25 for it. This would be actually a decent jigging rod, sea bass. You put a little tin on it, drop and yo-yo it. Probably work for weak fish too. If it doesn't sell, I will definitely keep it and try that next year. This is a nice setup. This is a Daiwa reel and a Daiwa casting pole, not a spinner, a conventional setup. 25 bucks for that. Again, a rod and reel combo I used for many years. A barefoot rod. I don't know if anybody remembers this company. Not sure if they're still in business. With a Shimano Bait Runner 3500. This is for casting off the beach. You turn the bait runner switch on, and it's like the drag is open. I'm asking 25 for that. Here's another. What is this? Yeah. Where's the brand on this? This is a Quantum Blue. I'm asking 15 bucks for that. I believe I paid in the low 100s for that. Nice nice striper setup here. This is a Shimano Segura rod with a Shimano Takata 300 reel. Everything, the reel works perfectly. I'm asking 40 for that. I mean, this is a nice striper or blackfish setup. Again, just stuff I don't use. And then we have a Finnor offshore conventional setup. Again, this would be good for stripers, blackfish. 15 bucks for that. And I'm missing a rod and reel. I'll be back in a second. I left the one that I think is going to get the most off the list. And we got the last rod reel combo here. 40 bucks. It's a Lamy Glass Triflex. I believe it's a 701. Is that what they call it? A 70-30 CT 7 foot with a Truth reel, a company now called Siegler. I believe they used to be called Release. It is missing the cap right here at the reel, but otherwise in perfect condition. 40 bucks. I think this is a good deal, but again, with yard sales, you don't know if the folks who are coming are going to gravitate towards the $2 rod reel setup, or they're going to see that there's some real value in some of these. So there you go. If possible, if people don't get offended, I'll include some footage as folks negotiate to buy these, and we'll see how much, if any, of this actually sells today. We did put signs up at some of the local stores, and we did put an ad on Craigslist. Always safe to put your home address on Craigslist, but we'll see what happens, and we'll check back in later during the yard sale. All right, we just started. It's not even 10. Here's the display, and we got a gentleman very interested in a lot of the fishing gear. He's put a pile of 7-8 rods out, so we'll see what that's about. Hopefully he wants to bundle everything and we can get a lot of stuff sold. See what he says. I don't know if he wants to be on film, so we'll come back if he does. All right, Sean has agreed to be on video. So Sean, tell us what you pulled aside here.
Got a whole bunch of different stuff. Some pen reels. Yeah.
So a lot of these were serviced and never used again.
Okay.
Or barely used. Yeah, that's a Takata. That's a Penn International 965. That's a sweet reel. This one is it's called a Truth, but it's really a Siegler reel.
Okay.
Made in America, all aluminum, and it's got a Lamy rod on it.
It's a nice setup.
Yeah, you picked the good stuff.
So can we tally this stuff up?
Yeah. So we got 25, 40, that's 15, so 40. This is 40, 80. This is, what does that say?
15.
15, so 95. 95 and 30 is 125. 125 and 10 is 135. 135 and 40.
Yeah.
is 175, 185. What is that one? That one is 20, so 205. 230, 240, 240.
Yeah, that's all of them?
We got more stuff here.
Yeah. Grabbing all this. Yeah, just take that. That's fine.
That's fine? Oh, $10 extra. Thank you, Sean.
You got it.
$250. Not bad. You need a hand getting it to the car? Yeah, it has a hole. It's been used. How about $10 for the net?
Okay.
$10 for the net, Sean. Sean's buying the net too. The big net. The big net is gone. We got a new big net, a rubber big net. So the old big net has caught its last fish. So this one, I think you're really buying the rod. That's a cheap Okamus reel.
Yeah,
the rod is a Tsunami. I think the reel still works, FYI, but it's nothing special. Same with this. That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah,
that's old Daiwa setup.
I was gonna buy that. I don't know.
Feel that rod though. It's like a fiberglass rod. I think. I wouldn't buy it for the reel.
Yeah, real shot. Okay.
This is like old style. This is not graphite. It's not anything. Let's see if we can see the whip action on this. Old. Yeah, so that reel is still in good shape, and it's a bait runner.
I'll take this one too.
You will. Okay.
I like the bait runner.
Yeah. So we're back to 35, 25, and 10. We said for the net, and this is a quantum blue. Again, I bought this at one of the sport fishing shows.
Right.
It's not a bad boat spinning rod, or even if you're, and I mean if you whip it to like pretend you're casting, it'll push the lure pretty far. So this one I talked about at the beginning of the video. This is a Korean company. If you look this up online, they sell for 170, brand new. It's a jigging rod. It's spiral wrapped. I never used it. They sent it to me to try it out,
right,
to see if I'd be interested in marketing for them, but it's not conducive to the style of fluke fishing I do.
It's a nice looking rod.
Yeah.
Is it 2-piece?
No, 1-piece, spiral wrapped.
Oh,
it's a jigging rod. And again, it's $170 on their website. It's never been used. The tags are still on.
I've never seen that before.
You've never seen a spiral wrap rod? So it gives you more torque because the end is down.
That's interesting.
So a lot of the fluke rods now are all spiral wrapped.
Really?
Yeah. But this is a jigging rod.
So what were you asking for that?
I think 25. Yeah, 25.
Okay.
You can look it up. It's a $170 on their website new.
I'll take that too.
Okay.
Quantum too. Why not?
All right.
Bought everything else.
We're gonna move you on to the glassware next, Sean.
Yeah, I gotta do one walk around over there just to see some stuff.
Yeah, so what do we got here? So 25, 40, 65, 75. And you gave me an extra 10, so just make it 70.
Okay.
All right, that did not take long because the sale hasn't technically started.
No, it hasn't.
No, it's supposed to start at 10.
I used to show up at like 10 and everything would be gone.
Yeah, it's 9:06. I just looked at my phone. So we're down to really the stuff nobody wants. Nobody's gonna want. This is the stuff I thought wouldn't sell. This one is interesting. This one is like 40 years old. I'm not trying to sell it to you.
It looks like an old Garcia.
Is it? Well, I have it for
That's what
$5.
looks like.
The reel is garbage, but I don't know if anybody who's into vintage rods would want something like this.
No.
No. All right.
Well, somebody might buy it though.
It's
just to
$5.
use it as somebody who's new. That's something like a beginner would buy. Someone who never goes fishing that might want to go once in a blue moon.
Yeah, or if any blind people come and they don't see the condition of it, they might buy it too.
These will definitely sell for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone will buy them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how many we started with, 20?
20 or so,
yeah, I think
25.
you bought 80% of them, so thank you, Sean.
You got it, man. I'm gonna come back, take a walk around.
All right, thank you, Sean. On video, Sean. So Sean's not done. We thought he was done, but he bought a drone and an antique imitation vase.
Yeah, my sister will like that.
All right, Sean. Thank you so much, man.
You got it.
All right, savvy shopper. Make the Jets great again.
Make the
Doc
Jets
has
great again,
joined
of
us.
course. And
what do you want to buy this?
This
$2.
looks interesting.
$2.
I can store my
That's about
my
the size
jigs
of the
in
fish
here.
you catch too. So we're almost sold out of the fishing stuff. Literally down to 4. It's 10:30. So this stuff went fast. A lot of people came just looking for this because again, the ad on Craigslist mentioned.
My wife would want to buy this.
You pay $5 for that. You can do whatever you want with it. All right. We'll see if we can get rid of these 4 poles. I don't know if we can. This is really bottom of the barrel stuff. $10, $5. Actually, this one's okay. I have this at 20. We'll haggle this one down. This is a tsunami rod, Okemos reel. I don't know if that vintage one is gonna sell. We also pulled out some old lures that we haven't used, and a lot of Spro stuff that I don't use anymore. That mostly sold. But yeah, going pretty good so far. It's again 10:30 and we're almost out of the fishing stuff. The houseware stuff, not so much. Still a ton of that. All right, it's what time is it? It's almost 3 p.m. The houseware stuff sold a bit. Did not do anywhere near what we thought it was gonna do, but look at this. I added some stuff too. Everything, save 2 really old crappy rods with frozen reels, gone. So yeah, so people do want fishing junk, I guess. I think I made about $400 on it, and obviously I could have sold it, parsed it out, sold it on Facebook and Craigslist and gotten more, but this is a simple way to get rid of everything at once. That first gentleman, Sean, he put almost everything, and then here and there we had people picking up a rod or 2 for kids to snapper fish off the beach or throw, you know, off the jetties here in Eastern Long Island. So all in all, it paid. I got rid of some old bucktails too, some Spros that I don't use anymore now that I'm on the SNS team. So it all worked out, with the exception of the housewares that we now have to box everything back up. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not already a subscriber and you like weird content like this, please consider subscribing.